Hey there folks, welcome to this video, and here I'm going to be talking about the WRC, and I'm going to be talking about the 2021 calendar. We may not even have a complete calendar for 2020 yet, but as of the World Motorsport Council meeting last week, we know that there are at least 9 rounds confirmed for the 2021 World Rally Championship. Monte Carlo, Sweden, Portugal, Italy, Kenya, Finland, Spain, Japan and Australia are all on there. And as Dirtfish's David Evans talks about, manufacturers are expecting that they want 10 rounds and WRC promoter wants 12. Evans believes that means there'll be 11. And that puts a lot of rallies up in the air, really. Evans cites Mexico, Argentina, Chile, New Zealand, Turkey, GB and France. Germany, of course not, but it depends what happens with Rally Germany this year, because Germany and Spain were expected to rotate around so that Spain wasn't on the calendar this season, but Germany wasn't next season. So hopefully we will see a Rally Germany this season, otherwise I expect that we'll see it next season. But then what do we do for the other rallies? Because all of these other ones are ones that you'd want to see on there. Mexico is almost a modern classic for the WRC since it first came in 2004. I remember that first rally. Argentina, again, classic WRC, but has missed the calendar in a couple of seasons where we've seen rotation-based calendars put in. Chile, which of course ran its first event last season, and this season's one was cancelled due to civil unrest. New Zealand, which was supposed to be back this year, we believe might go to being back next year, but it could easily enter an alternating agreement with Australia like it had at about the other end of the previous decade, around 2010, 2011, and so on. Turkey, don't really know what's going to be going on. But as for GB and France, now those are two interesting ones. It would be tragic if Rally GB went off the calendar, because to me, the WRC is Rally GB and Rally Finland. They're the two rallies that have always been on the calendar, with the only exceptions being 1995, 1996, and 2020. But could it be that we won't see a GB on the calendar? It would be a massive shame. There is a push by Ian Paisley, God forbid, to have it brought to Northern Ireland. A tarmac Rally GB would be fascinating. One in Northern Ireland would be as well. But I don't see that happening unless we have a Chris Meek at the WRC. And honestly, I'd rather that we went back into England rather than going to Northern Ireland. Just because there are so many amazing English stages, and maybe even if you went up towards the north, you could cross the border into Scotland. You've got Kielder, for example, which is just iconic. So, I don't know what's going to be happening. We can ask all kinds of questions. I reckon that it would probably be a 10-round calendar, and I reckon that last slot would go to GB, provided that everything's okay for a GB rally next year. But of course they have always struggled with funding. The only other spanner of works I could think of is if we end up with a bunch of other new events filling out the 2020 season, like Rally IPA most likely, because I think Lipaia is out of contention now. One of them could get the shot. But I'd love to see a Rally GB on the calendar next year. I'd love to see a Rally France, which might go back to the mainland, on the calendar as well. I'd love to see New Zealand, but if it's alternating with Australia, and it will successfully alternate with Australia, that would also be cool. Anyways, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on what you think is going to happen this season, as well as for next season, in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye for now.